Hi everyone, and welcome to another video here with me, and thank you so much for being here. Today this flow is all about just finding this softness, this kind of feminine energy. And even if you are a man or identify as a man, you can practice this. This feminine energy does not mean this practice is only for women. This feminine energy is just to represent this kind of softer, more gentle, easeful energy and state of being. And I really wanted to share this practice because I feel like I've just really noticed recently, and have noticed for a while, that in kind of my daily life, I'm a lot more in my masculine energy, constantly doing, striving, wanting to prove, to achieve. And the reason that I come to this practice, and I was just thinking about this the other day, is to find a counterbalance to this, to find an opposition to this, to find softness, to find ease. And so I wanted to share a practice that really embodied this for you if you are also looking to find more softness and gentleness and ease, if you want to add that to your day. I know that I really struggle to find it. So finding it on my mat is really, really important. So yeah, this will be a feminine vinyasa flow. Relatively gentle, but I suppose it's not going to be still a vinyasa, really. And yeah, we're going to start sitting, and we're going to start in our Baddha Konasana. And this might feel really uncomfortable at the start of our practice. And we're going to be moving through hips, through groin space, this space that's associated with kind of feminine and this watery, soft element. So that's the area of the body we're going to be focusing on physically. And yeah, we're going to start in our Baddha Konasana. So you bring the soles of your feet together, and you can take the feet super far away from your body. This will make it feel a lot less intense in your hips and your groin. Bring it close in as possible. It is the start of our practice, and we're just going to close down the eyes, or you can take a soft gaze, and we're just going to give our feet a nice massage here. Our feet that carry us around every single day. And yeah, we don't give them enough love, attention, acknowledgement for doing this for us. And it's just this kind of way to show your body in general, in this wider sense, some love, some self-care, giving yourself this massage, just massaging out perhaps through the heels, down the middle, soles of your feet, each toe. And it might feel weird to do this. It can feel really weird to treat our bodies with such care and attention, which is crazy, but just really lean into it, and closing down your eyes, just allow yourself to give your feet this lovely massage. It can be super soft. Perhaps you want to go in quite hard if they're feeling tight and stiff. And it's also just waking up energy lines in the body that start at the soles of our feet. Just giving your feet this lovely bit of care, gently checking in, giving yourself this lovely little dose of love, of attention. Just a couple more moments here. And then you can keep your hands resting on your feet, or you could rest them on the ground. We're just going to come into a fold, and it really doesn't have to be deep. At the start of our practice, just folding yourself down. And you can take this gentle sway side to side, perhaps finding this sea-like watery motion through the upper body. This gentle waving from side to side as we open through hips, through groin. Softening through your face. And just landing yourself into this practice, into the room you are in, this space that you've carved out for yourself, physically in this room. and this invisible space, this bubble that you're creating for yourself on the mat. This space for your mind and your heart to just be here in this moment. Just allowing gravity to do the work here, pulling you perhaps inch by inch, just deeper into the fold. There's nowhere to get to, there's no goal, just allowing yourself to fold and let go. Feeling this space around the hips and the groin gently opening. Couple more breaths here. And on your next inhale, slowly drawing yourself back up to seated. You can open up your eyes now if that feels good. You can keep them soft or closed, drawing the knees up to the sky, planting the palms on the mat, on the ground, just giving yourself this hug, just bringing those hips back together after that opening. And giving yourself this hug, again, just showing this love. Maybe you give your arms a slight stroke. Maybe you sway side to side. Maybe you give your knees a kiss. Just bringing this act of care, almost this maternal affection to you and your body right now. And just unraveling now from this little fold. And we'll come over onto our tabletop. And I recommend, unless you've got lots of space either side of you, lengthways on the mat, to come to this horizontal position onto the mat, into your tabletop, just because we're going to be taking the legs out to the side, but go where feels good for you. So we'll come through a couple of cat-cows together, and it doesn't matter if your hands are off the mat here, do not worry. Inhale, drop belly, open through heart, through chest. You might want to close down the eyes again here, and exhale, we round through the spine. We'll take one more together. Inhale, drop belly, open through heart. And exhale, we round through the spine. And now I'm just going to invite you to find some fluidity. And keeping in mind this intention of our practice to find a softness, an ease and a gentleness in our movements, and really weave that into the way that you approach your poses, approach your body. Let go of force, let go of strain, and tap into ease. Even in some of the harder, more challenging poses, bringing this easefulness perhaps in the way that you breathe and just the way you hold yourself in the pose. And finding this free, watery movement now through your tabletop. It doesn't matter what you look like, how fast, how slow you're going. There's no right and there's no wrong. Finding this kind of creative feminine energy here. Tapping into that space of creativity and imagination. One more inhale. Exhale, coming back to center in your tabletop. And on an inhale, kicking the sole of the right foot up towards the sky. And we're going to open through the chest again. And exhale, rounding, bringing that right knee into your nose. Like these cat-cows. One more time. Inhale, kicking the sole of the foot up. And exhale, we round. And now taking that right knee out to the side, this opening through the hip. Inhale. Exhale, drawing it back to center, but keeping that knee hovered off the mat. Inhale, right knee draws out to side. Exhale, back down. One more inhale. Exhale. And inhale, taking that right leg back up, but placing the whole sole of the foot down onto the ground, onto the mat now. So your right leg is out straight. And we're going to take some little pulses here. Inhale, moving forward. And exhale, we push back. Almost like a child's pose here, but with the right leg extended. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. One more time, coming forward, inhale. And exhale, push back into this child's pose, really stretching the fingertips out and keeping the whole sole of the right foot planted into the earth. You're opening through the inner right groin here. It's almost like a child's pose, puppy pose, kind of open hip variation. Breathing into this space. And on your next inhale, drawing the hands towards you, coming up. And exhale, right knee comes back to meet the left in our tabletop. We'll move through one cat-cow. Inhale, drop belly, open chest. And exhale, rounding through the spine. Beautiful. We go on the other side. Sole of the left foot kicks up towards the sky. Inhale, open. Exhale, we round. One more time. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, we round. Inhale, kicking that left knee out to the side. And exhale, drawing it down, hovering it off the mat. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. One more time this time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, kicking that left leg out beside you. Whole sole of the foot plants down on the mat. Your hands are planted down on the ground. Inhale, shift your weight forward. And exhale, push back towards your heels. Twice more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, push back. Making this super kind of animalistic. Inhale, forward. Exhale, push back. And we stay in this little child's pose. Open hip. Maybe you want to tent the fingertips. Breathing into that inner left groin. One more inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, coming back into your tabletop with the left leg out and left leg comes to join the right cat-cow. Final time. Inhale, drop belly, open through heart. And exhale, we round through the spine. Beautiful. And now just making your way into a malasana. It doesn't have to be super graceful, just a little malasana. Beautiful. Working into this hip space, groin, and just moving from side to side, keeping this fluidity, this flow. Closing down your eyes, perhaps. You can walk your hands out quite far in front of you, finding this rounding through the back. I sometimes like to do this, giving this lovely stretch in the upper part of my shoulders, tucking the chin into your chest. And remember, your heels do not have to be on the ground in your malasana. Again, tapping into this creativity, this sense of imagination that we find in this hip space. The sacral chakra is what it's called. Beautiful. And now we're just going to come to a fold. So planting your palms on the mat, lifting those hips up to the sky, but keeping those feet nice and wide. We're finding the space in the hips and the groin. Find a sway side to side. You might want to take a ragdoll, grabbing hold of opposite elbows, crown of the head drops towards the mat. Really nice, everyone. Finding and staying with this fluidity in your movement and in your breath. The inhale, the exhale guide your movement. Moving from ease, not force. And coming back to center. Inhale, halfway lift the chest. And we're just going to walk ourselves to a downward facing dog. So just making your way there. Fingertips facing the front of the mat to your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale a sigh out through the mouth. And we'll find some waves. Inhale, rolling forward to your high plank. Exhale, hovering the knees off the mat. Push the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Twice more, really leaning into this wave-like motion. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, we ripple forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, beautiful. Inhale, reaching the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, we bend the knee. We open up the hip, looking underneath the right armpit, keeping both palms planted firmly into the mat, flexing the right foot. Inhale here, and exhale, drawing right knee to tap the right elbow. Inhale, re-extend that right leg up to the sky, we straighten. Exhale, right foot comes to the outside of right hand into our lizard lunge, lowering the knee down to the mat, opening through the heart, and gently we rock side to side, keeping gentle. It doesn't have to be a big sway side to side, gently through hips, through groin, still at the start of our practice. And this space can often feel so tight from sitting all day. It can really get super tight, so be gentle with yourself. One more inhale here. Exhale, tucking under the left toes, just stepping that right foot back to meet the left. Beautiful. Inhale, we reach left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bending the knee, opening up the hip, breathing into the left hip, left groin, planting through both palms equally. Inhale, exhale, left knee taps left elbow. Inhale, re-extend left leg up to the sky, straighten. Exhale, left foot comes to the outside of left hand, lowering that right knee down to the mat, opening up through the chest. Beautiful. Staying on your palms for now. Swaying side to side. You can close down your eyes here at any point in the practice that it feels good. It's really nice to just drop into body and close down the eyes. Letting go of all that doing, that pushing, that forcing, and just being here in your movement and your breath. Inhale, exhale, tucking under the right toes, left leg comes back to meet the right, downward facing dog, beautiful. And we'll take our feet as wide as the mat now and just walk our feet all the way to meet our hands. You might feel a bit silly, but that's okay. And now bringing the feet hip width together, we slowly roll all the way up the spine, so slow, slower than you've ever unraveled before. Vertebrae by vertebrae, softness, ease, roll shoulders back, reaching your prayer up over your head, and then taking that prayer down to heart center, pressing the palms together, closing down your eyes, softening through your joints, through your knees. Reconnect to your breath. Reconnect to your body, your feet planted into the mat. Reconnect to this moment. And reconnect to this space of softness, of feminine ease, gentleness. This maternal care and affection and attitude towards body, heart, mind. Lean into that space. And we'll move from here together. Inhale, reaching your prayer up over your head. Exhale, we waterfall down to the mat. So take your arms wide and then run them down the backs of your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, planting the palms, step back to your high plank. Moving through your vinyasa now, remembering softness, ease guides your movement. Knees, chest, chin, or high to low plank. We meet in our downward facing dog, pushing those hips up and back and just finding a moment in stillness. Allowing your breath to find the flow. Inhale, look towards your hand, stepping or jumping to front of mat. Come through a sun salutation A. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. With softness, with ease, we unravel all the way up to standing. reaching that prayer up over your head. And exhale, we waterfall back down, hands tracing the backs of your legs to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, planting the palms, step back, moving through your vinyasa. Inhales our back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, everyone, finding that stillness. On your next inhale, reaching right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, super slowly, super mindfully, stepping that right foot through between the hands. We unravel to a high lunge, finding your balance. And we're going to take it a little bit differently with the arms here to tap into this creativity and sense of imagination, just finding any movement with your arms and keeping it super slow and feminine and gentle. Legs stay where they are and just finding this dance with the arms. You might feel silly. That is okay. Keep moving. Keep flowing, remembering that no one is watching you. This is your practice. Finding this softness for one more inhale. Reaching the arms up to the sky, and exhale, we spin out and open to our warrior two. Grounding outside edge of the back foot into the mat, finding that dance with your arms. So keeping strong through the legs and soft through the arms, the upper body. Taking them where they want to go. Imagining you're dancing. And on our next inhale, we'll all meet in a reverse warrior, reaching right arm up over your head. And exhale, we'll turn out and open goddess pose. Heels in, toes out, finding that softness with the arms. And maybe you want to sway side to side here. Finding this dance with your arms, no right, no wrong. Being led, guided by your breath. One more inhale. And exhale, we'll fold, wide-legged fold, toes in, heels out. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, we'll fold. And reaching the fingertips to either edge of the mat. So fingers are facing out. Reaching the arms away from each other. Finding this fold. Complete release. Through the backs of your legs. One more breath here. Taking your hands back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, we'll drop to a Skandasana at the back of the mat. Bending left knee, straightening right leg. Inhale, reaching right arm up to the sky. And exhale, we'll stay. Inhale. Exhale, moving to an extended side angle at the top of the mat. Bending through the right knee. Perhaps the right hand comes to the inside of the right foot, finding that depth through your hips, your groin. If not, right forearm onto right thigh is perfect. And again, we're going to find that fluidity with the left arm. Maybe it's just making circles. Maybe it's just floating it around in space. No right, no wrong. Really grounding back edge of the back foot into the mat, finding this beautiful flow. Balancing this strength of our legs of the pose with this softness. One more inhale. And exhale, we'll drop hands to the inside of right foot back into that lizard lunge, left knee down. Inhale. And this time, perhaps you might want to come down onto your forearms. Maybe staying up on your palms is perfectly enough, and that is great. And again, maybe you want to find this gentle sway side to side. Finding the sense of complete fluidity. Chin tucks in towards the chest. If you're on your forearms, really making it super restorative. On your next inhale, coming up onto your palms, tucking left toes under, we step back to a high plank and we flow. Inhales our back bend. Exhale, we meet downward facing dog. Beautiful. Find a moment of stillness. Notice right side. Notice space. On your next inhale, reaching left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Super slowly, we step left foot between our hands, right knee off the mat, high lunge, we drive up, strong through the legs, softening through face and finding that flow with the arms. And maybe we feel more comfortable now on this left side, and that's great. Letting go of any judgment, letting go of any criticism, letting go of any need to force, to push. This is not about doing, it's just about being and feeling and sensing. On our next inhale, arms come up to the sky, and exhale, we drop out an open warrior two with the legs and keeping that fluidity with your arms. And maybe closing down your eyes helps you access this space a little bit easier, letting go of sight and judgment, although it does test the balance. On our next inhale, we'll all flip reverse, left arm up and over. Exhale, goddess pose, heels in, toes out, finding that flow. Feeling really sensual, really feminine in this goddess, in whatever way that means to you. Just enjoying your body. One more inhale. And exhale, we fold. Wide-legged fold, toes in, heels out. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, this time we'll all walk the hands to the left side of the mat, breathing up and down the right side of your body. Maybe taking a sigh out through the mouth. Inhale through center, exhale to left side, breathing up and down left side of body. Inhale, exhale back to center, dropping into Skandasana, bending right knee, straightening left. Inhale, reaching left arm fluidly up to sky. Exhale, we stay. Inhale, we come forward, finding that extended side angle. Maybe it's deep. Left hand to the inside of left foot, perhaps left forearms on left thigh. Wherever we are, we find a fluidity with right arm. Breathing and opening into space. One more inhale. Exhale, both hands to the inside of left foot, drop right knee down. Inhale here. On your exhale, maybe you're coming down onto your forearms, maybe you're staying up on your hands. Finding your lizard. Breathing into left hip, left groin, wherever you are. Really nice, everyone. Finding a softness in your forehead, your eye sockets, your jaw. And on your next inhale, coming back up onto your palms, tucking right toes under. Step back to your high plank. We move through, we wash through with a vinyasa. Inhale, squeezing glutes. Exhale, downward facing dog, pushing those hips up and back. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, we sigh out through the mouth. Beautiful. Inhale, right leg goes up and back. Exhale, we bend knee, open up hip. And here you're welcome to tip yourself over into your wild thing. Finding space, finding openness, this expansion. Beautiful, everyone. Inhale. Exhale, tipping yourself back over wherever we are. We all extend right leg up to sky. And exhale, stepping that right foot through between the hands. High lunge. Final time this side. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip reverse. Exhale, half moon. Right hand in front of right foot. Perhaps keeping the left hand on left hip to find that opening. Finding balance, then extending left arm up to the sky, opening through hips, through heart. Finding this beautiful feminine moon. Maybe you take a bind. Left hand to left foot. Breathing. And wobbles are all part of this creation. Allow yourself to wobble. Allow yourself to fall and just come back in. One more inhale. Exhale, hugging that left knee up into your chest. We come to stand on the right foot. Left hand to left knee, taking left knee out to the side, open hip. And then just finding some gentle movement with right arm. Maybe it's just a swaying up and down. Taking your gaze over the right shoulder. One more inhale. Exhale, back to center. We flow that left leg back into a high lunge, finding this fluidity. Inhale. Exhale, framing that right foot coming through a vinyasa, or just heading straight back to your downward facing dog. It's where we meet, where we arrive. Beautiful, everyone. Inhale, reaching left leg up to sky. Exhale, bend knee, open hip. Staying here is beautiful. Or we tip ourselves over into our wild thing, hips heart up to the sky. Breathing into expansion, into space. Finding this beautifully expressive pose. Inhale. Exhale. Left hand down to the mat, flying left leg up to the sky. We all meet here, three-legged dog. Exhale, we slowly step left foot through between the hands. Unravel into your high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip reverse. Exhale, left hand down in front of left foot, half moon. Maybe right hand comes onto right hip. And then we find that extension. Sparking through the right foot. Can you separate right toes, sparking through right fingers? Maybe you find a bind. Finding your version of this moon, this feminine energy on the mat. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale, right knee comes down, knee into chest. We come to stand. Right knee into your chest, on the left leg, right hand to right knee. Taking that right knee out to the side, opening through right hip. Looking over left shoulder, finding fluidity with the left arm. Testing the balance. And maybe the movement's really small. Maybe the movement's just with the wrist or just with the fingers. Beautiful. One more inhale. Exhale, right knee to center. We unravel back to our high lunge just for a breath. Inhale, finding center. Exhale, framing left foot. Stepping back to your high plank. Moving through a final vinyasa together here. Inhales our back bend, shining through heart. exhale is our downward facing dog. Beautiful, everybody. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale, we sigh out through the mouth. Looking towards our hands, we step or jump through to seated. Coming to Baddha Konasana, where we began. Beautiful. Perhaps you want to bring your feet in a little bit closer towards you. Perhaps you don't. Hands to your feet. And we fold on our exhale. You could take the hands out in front of you. If you've got a bolster, you could fold over a bolster, finding this fold. And just noticing how this fold feels in comparison to that first one of our practice. Is there a space? Is there an openness? In our hips, in our groin. Have we found a possibility to fold deeper? And maybe we haven't, and that's okay. No matter how this fold feels, every single one of us will have created some sort of opening, some sort of spaciousness. If not in our body, then in our hearts, in our minds, through this practice. On your next inhale, slowly rolling yourself up to seated. And we'll just have a little play here. You're welcome to just stay here. That is amazing. Or you can take your peace fingers round the right big toe and reaching the sole of the right foot out in front of you. You can stay here. That's beautiful. Or maybe the left peace fingers come around the left big toe. Finding this open hip, little straddly type balance here, opening through heart, through chest, finding the joy, planting those sit bones in, and really pushing feet into hands, hands into feet, finding that connection, that lock, and leaning yourself back, trusting your body, trusting yourself. Beautiful, everyone. One more inhale. And exhale. Maybe you want to bring the feet together, still in the air. And coming back to that Baddha Konasana here, really nice. And taking the soles of the feet, planting them down onto the mat. Now we're going to roll back onto our backs. Beautiful, hugging knees into chest, giving yourself a squeeze, a hug. Really nice, finding that connection of back body to earth. And planting the sole of the left foot down, outside edge of right foot comes onto left thigh. Beautiful. And you can stay here. If you can feel this stretch in that outside of your right hip, that's great. Stay. Or you could catch hold of the back of the left thigh or the left shin, drawing that left leg into your chest. As we send that right hip away, flexing through both feet. Softening through face, breathing into the outside of that hip. One more inhale. And exhale, we're going to plant that sole of the right foot onto the ground, the right side. So we're coming into a twist, right knee up to the sky, cactus the arms, looking over right shoulder. And if this feels really uncomfortable, then please just stack your knees on top of each other in a normal, easy fold. Allowing your shoulders, your arms, your fingers and palms to soften. And on your next inhale, drawing yourself back to center. And just taking both feet down to the mat rather, just windscreen wipe the legs side to side. Really nice. And now keeping the sole of the right foot planted on the mat, outside edge of left foot comes onto right thigh. Maybe this is enough, feeling it in the outside of left hip. If not, taking hold of the back of the right thigh, the right shin. This dual action as we push and pull and flex both feet. Breathing into the sensation where you can feel the stretch. Can you find softness in the way that you enter this stretch, in the way that you stay? Inhale, exhale, we drop that sole of the left foot over to the left side, left knee up to the sky, cactus the arms, and look over left shoulder, this final twist. Softening through your face, finding ease. There is really no reason to push, to force, to strive right now. Finding ease and letting yourself be in ease, in softness. One more inhale. Exhale, drawing those knees back to center, both feet planted on the mat. Final little windscreen wide, just releasing through the legs. And we'll come to our final pose together, our Shavasana, laying the legs long. Arms out wide, palms facing up towards the sky. This final pose of rest, we'll take an inhale through the nose. Exhale a sigh through the mouth. Shavasana. Nowhere to be. No one to be. Nothing to do. This final space of complete rest, surrender, letting go of the force, of the push, of the do, letting yourself be in rest. Letting yourself be. And laying one hand on your stomach. And maybe you just want to keep it there, or perhaps making these small circles on your stomach. Again, this might feel strange or uncomfortable, but almost just showing yourself this maternal love and care and attention. Your loving touch on your body, this area of the stomach where we can hold a lot of tension. We feel we need to hold in or to look a certain way. We place a lot of judgment and expectation, just almost massaging this area. And maybe you want to bring this gentle touch up to space around your heart or your shoulders, perhaps down your arms, running a hand down your arm, one arm and then the other. Just touching the body, sending it care, and then just gently allowing your arms to wrap around you, over your chest, giving yourself this little hug, placing this pressure on your heart space, feeling held. And just gently bringing movement back to your legs and your toes, and maybe rolling head side to side. And you can take this hug into hugging your knees into your chest, giving yourself this lovely squeeze. And we'll all roll over into our rebirth position on one side, and we'll hold ourselves here, curled up, safe. Nowhere to be. Looking after ourselves. And with your eyes soft or closed, making your way slowly up to seated. Comfortable seat, finding that seat. And bringing your hands to prayer at heart center, just taking a moment to notice physically how that space around the hips, the groin feels. And a layer deeper mentally, emotionally, just noticing how you feel. Noticing the state of your energy. Do you feel a softness surrounding you in the way you're holding yourself, in the way you're showing up? Just notice. And bring your thumb knuckles to your third eye space between your eyebrows, bowing your head to your heart, to yourself. Thank yourself for getting on the mat. And thank you so much for practicing with me. For this practice, we say Namaste.